Thank you so much, Desiree. Certainly day 5, one of the more exciting days because we're really starting to get a sense of what the direction forward is going to be for the party after having elected its leadership. I mean, yesterday you had that very fiery press briefing by the brand new Secretary General of the party, Fikile Mbalula, talking a lot about instilling discipline within the members of the party, saying that there is no tolerance for ill behavior within the leadership within the members of the party, and saying that he will actually be tightening the screws where that is concerned. And a little bit earlier on, we spoke to chairperson of the party as well, Gwede Mantashe, elected for his second term as chairperson of the party, having said that there is no room for those who do not toe the party line within the party. So very telling about where the party is going from a disciplinary point of view. A little later on, we'll also be talking about what their policy decisions are moving forward as well. So do stay with us as we continue to bring you this live coverage. But let's also speak now to our social media specialist, Sthembiso Sithole. We call him Jobe here at SABC News. He's been tracking what social media has been saying. And no surprises that, of course, Zweli Mkhize, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, having run for the position of president of the party, failing to secure that chair, a big discussion about him on social media.
It has been a marathon, long day, long nights, sleepless nights here at Nazareth. Like you said, Nali, today is the last day. And today, this morning, we just want to reflect on what has been said about him now that his campaign, he didn't make it through, but what has been said about it, what kind of sentiments that are being sent around there on social media. To put the tweet on the screen, there are messages of congratulations to Zweli Mkhize, simply saying congratulations to Dr. Zweli Mkhize for running the race, you know, and for having the confidence to stand there against the former president and really going there, as you can see. But then at the same time, there's that narrative to say, as you can see there, congratulations Zweli Mkhize for winning votes here on Twitter. Congratulations to President Ramaphosa for winning in Nazareth. And
the shade. The shade.
It's one of those. But most importantly, of course, I think the sentiment there is that it goes back to those long discussions we've been saying even from yesterday, that social media is just a portion. There was a lot of sentiment around social media about around Zweli Mkhize, whereas the president really didn't say much on social media, but one who then can tell, read between the lines, that he was probably working underground, and hence this results. Spiti Piti Valuator.
Oh, a big name there. That's a big account on social media.
Definitely a big account, you know, and there's a lot. I mean, in the build-up of the conference, that account was really active, sharing sentiments, anti the president, but this time around, sending a tweet to say, congratulations to the president, as you can see on our screen. Very proud of KwaZulu-Natal, not just the province, but Dr. Zweli Mkhize too. They gave it a shot, they kept their promise, did not lie, and then stepped back each other. Kabazela raised his hand when everyone stood back. Nisebenzile, what it means, you've done well, you've worked.
Yeah, no, that's very, very interesting. And then there's more of these. Carol MKG.
Yes, and I think for me, this is really interesting in terms of how they ran the campaign. You remember what the SG said, to say on his, the people that they were contesting with, they never lambasted each other. There was a respect in between. And the similar sentiment.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, very much so. Because at the end of the day, he was saying it's a campaign. You know, we are one ANC, you might have different views, but we are one ANC. It goes back to the interview that Samgele did right now with Ten Matala, but he was simply saying he likes the president. They might have different views like other parties, but they are on the same page. But as you can see there on the screen, saying Dr. Zweli Mkhize never publicly attacked or criticized President Ramaphosa. I respect you for that. And that speaks about leadership, how you present yourself, and also being mindful that they're going to 2024.
There's one tweet that you've picked up, and I know you're going to put it up on the screen now, but I think this one is important because the name Max du Preez, someone who's been following SA politics well into pre-1994 times, one of the editors of an anti-apartheid newspaper in South Africa pre-1994, and he's spoken out about the selective conference as well.
He did, and you know, the interesting thing about this is you can see that tweet as we read through. Kudos to Zweli Mkhize for going on stage and congratulating the winners, Waze Jay-Z and his tweeting daughter.
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
You'll know that in the build-up to this, former President Jacob Zuma's daughter was really active on social media, pushing the sentiment for his father, for her father rather, and now they're asking, where is she, you know? But at the same time, then you can then tell that, remember, we were there in the plenary, we saw Dr. Zweli Mkhize, after the results were announced, he walked in there congratulating President Ramaphosa, of which then speaks back to that previous tweet that we showed on screen.
And it seems that this narrative around Dr. Zweli Mkhize's campaign being on Twitter, quite a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It has been a big thing. Of course, we all know that there's certain allegations around him when it comes to digital vibes, and some people are being sarcastic, you know, in between. And as we put that tweet out there, really this time around from Palisa, talking about Dr. Zweli Mkhize, I hope Zweli Mkhize Twitter influencers make themselves some nice digital vibe cash. I also thank them for disappearing from Twitter today. May they never return. We must put a disclaimer. These are the views of social media users, not of the SABC.
Yes.
But of course, then you can tell there that the sentiment is saying, okay, now we can breathe, from those who are campaigning for Zweli Mkhize. Now that we know that President Ramaphosa has actually been re-elected as the party's president.
But a small litmus test of where the country is at post the elective conference of the African National Congress. Sthembiso Sithole, our social media specialist, thank you so much for giving us your time. And we continue bringing you rolling coverage right here from Nasrec. Let's head back to you in studio though, Desiree.